Now, before I give my address, it would be remiss of me not to express my gratitude towards those who have helped shape who I am today and led me to this stage. To my mom, Linda, for making many sacrifices for me and my brother's education, for showing me how to stand up for myself, and for teaching me to always be the exception to the rule, I thank you. To my brother Reed, the speechless valedictorian of 5 years ago, and my fellow Princetonian, for showing me that I could carve my own way and that achieving any goal is possible with perseverance, I thank you. To my brother Dean, for showing me that I should always think for myself and giving me my love for knowledge as a whole, I thank you. And to my dad, Arthur, for being a coach to me throughout my entire life, for showing me how to be an optimist no matter what life throws at me, and for showing me that, above all, work ethic is what pays, I thank you. And to my family, friends, teachers, and even acquaintances, for giving me memories that I will cherish always, I thank you. Now, class of 2020, what a year to be a senior, right? I think that we all thought that the promise of a new decade at the same time that the past 13 years of education came to a close was something we were beyond fortunate to be facing. I guess it's a good thing we're not fortune tellers. When I was asked to write this speech, I thought that 2 to 3 minutes sounded too short to say something meaningful. How can I give an address that could properly celebrate the last 4 years of our lives in such a short window of time? However, as my brother pointed out to me, ever so humbly, I do not know enough to come up here and speak for much longer. I've only experienced 18 years of life, and with so much more to live and learn, I do not yet know the secrets of the universe, and therefore cannot bestow upon you some grand knowledge. Clever are the young, wise are the old. So instead of trying to share with you the lessons that I have yet to learn, I'm going to share with you the words of others, much wiser and more experienced than I am as I stand here today, and hopefully add my own take on their importance for us, the great class of 2020. To begin, I borrow the words of Bob Goff, who told us that we should embrace uncertainty. Some of the most beautiful chapters in our lives won't have a title until much later. If someone a year ago had shown me a looking glass into what my life would look like at this moment, never would I have believed it. Yet here I stand, mask in hand, staring at a small crowd of family and friends, all of whom are placed at a healthy distance which seems, at the face of it, near enough to embrace, but feels a world apart. And yet, in the midst of such troubled times, we still stand here, united despite our distance. And from this great tidal wave of change that we have faced throughout the year, I think it is important for us to note that the lives we lead are about facing the unknown, adjusting to the curveballs thrown our way, improving our resilience by our ability to find the beautiful in the mundane, and face every challenge with a smile. And as we go on towards this uncertain future, I bring you the comforting words of the iconic Robert Frost, who implores us to live life like it is the last breath you take, for that breath is the whole essence of living. The little things in life are what connects us to the big things that we live for. This year, more than any other, has shown us that it's the smallest things that truly mean the most. To hug a friend fearlessly, to eat at your favorite restaurant, to breathe air unspoiled by a mask. Sometimes it takes shackles to make you appreciate your everyday freedoms. And as we graduates sit here today, ready to embark on the rest of our lives, it's hard for us to face our mortality. Being so young in age, we have the gift of being able to look forward on our years, instead of dwelling on the years that have already passed. However, this virus may have made us, even if just for a moment, face that fear of uncertainty. It showed us through months of isolation that these coming weeks, years, decades, should be made as meaningful as they can be, so that when the day comes that we must inevitably face our lives and the choices we made, we'll hopefully smile at the years that have gone by. One lesson we can all take away from this pandemic that infected our senior year is that you should cherish everything you have now, for you never know what the future will bring, or take. In this past year, I've unexpectedly lost 2 people far too young. Such tragedies instilled in me a need to seek out the extraordinary in the everyday, to make each and every moment worthwhile, and add up to something purposeful. For as Ralph Waldo Emerson said, it is not the length of life, but the depth of life. And as I come to the end of my address, I ask you to take from these worst of times all of the best of lessons that have come along with it. Never forget to tell the ones you love how much you love them. Live deeply. Embrace every experience that comes your way. Know that sometimes your path may not be what you originally thought it was going to be. And the more you try and plan life, the more it will get in your way. Reach out. Try new things. Explore. Live while you're young, because you don't know what the world will hold when you are older. And most importantly, lean all in. Lean into everything in life. Give it your all. Find what you're passionate about and give it the time it deserves. Class of 2020, look around. We are the future. And what will that future hold? Whatever we create, whatever we manifest it to be. The pen is in our hands, and the book has been passed down. We cannot rewrite the past, but we can choose carefully the words we craft for our chapter, our story, so that the future is one we proudly read aloud for generations to come. And as we move forward from this year, let the lessons of the past bring us a brighter and greater future. And let's all keep our vision and spirit 2020. But for now, I will leave you with the words of my favorite author, a chapter I will proudly read aloud. Congratulations, today is your day. You are off to great places, you are off and away. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the one who will decide where to go. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you are too smart to go down any not-so-good street. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along, and you'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. On your way, you'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. So step with great care and great tact. Remember that life is one great balancing act. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. Kid, you will move mountains. So, you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Thank you.